And Darius has completed the Manhatten project. Look at all this. Something tells me there's not going to be enough space. What were I saying? No, we don't have a shot because there's people in the way. We don't want to be blown out of existence. Hey up, it's your northern lad, and look at Persia. Persia used to be this triumphant city that had lots of citizens and many wonderful buildings to speak of. And now, it's turned into a trash heap. But we have it, and we have the strategic advantage that comes with it, because now we can actually make our way to taking out Istanbul, the city of 1,000 wonders. Also, I've just decided to call it right now. We've got such an advantage here. And finally, our medieval... And finally, our ancient squad 1 has gotten enough to get March, so he's going to be harder to kill as well. We're going to start creeping up our units towards really start taking them out. I really don't want to put anything in too much of the firing line as much as I can though, because I want to be sure about every movement that I make. And what I want to do is put a unit on here, this hill, and then put a great general, build the citadel, because then it's got really good strategic advantage of that position. We have enough horses to build more Berber cavalry. Although, at this point, we're kind of lost for the Berber cavalry's benefit. We got some wonders. We can finally build the National Military Academy. That is what we're going for. Abso-friggin-lutely is what we're going to go for. And finally, because we're defending Bursa, we might actually see if we can move the Great War Bombers into Bursa. This is a risky move, not going to lie. But what is a Northern Lad episode without taking stupid risks? Move all of our Great War Bombers into Bursa so that we can bomb the crap out of all these other cities. I need some more promotions, so I'm going to take the L there and just loss. And look, another one of our range units has got so many promotions that they can actually max it out. Our range units are really taking the cake. And I'm trusting that Bursa's not going to be taken either. Actually, I'm just going to put them on the hill. I'm going to take a bit of damage from the citadel there. And I say a bit, but 30 damage is, you know, not a bit. But I'm doing it anyway, because we're in a position now where we can gain momentum so much. He's going to heal up nicely, though. He's got medics around him. He'll be okay. Apologies, I had no idea what I was talking about just before because I was rudely interrupted by a phone call. Who the hell calls people on the phone these days? Tell thee what. But anyway, look here. Like, now, our range unit did take some damage from the citadel over there. And, ooh, that range unit's taking some damage. Oh dear. Oh, actually, I think I might lose. Oh, there he goes. He's dead. Not a great start to me advancing on the civilizations. Civilizations, again, I'm obsessed with that word, aren't I? And I just don't use it in the correct context, but I just can't be bothered to do it properly and do my due diligence. Yes, I'll do you 1 for 1, thank you so much. I could have chosen whatever there was actually a good thing to actually trade with him, because I do want a We Love the King deer, but I just said yes willy-nilly because, I don't know, I guess I wanted it to be done with, just over and done with. Now, do I have to watch this every single time? The endless bloody aeroplanes coming and going back and forth. Now, I think that range unit might have been the one that just had the March eels. Like, I've got the medieval archer, classic archer, and the ancient archer. They've all done pretty well for themselves, so I don't think that that was such a tragic loss. Not that I'm actually hoping to have losses in this campaign any more than I have to, but even so, last stage of war, gentlemen. We have to actually try and do this proper, like, so... here's what it is, taking losses. But then we just rebuild one, and we have so many experience upgrades that it kind of does offset it just a tiny whiny bit, don't you think? building the opera house. Actually, no. Every single time I want to build something else, I need to remind myself. Contribute to the military campaign, lad. For Christ's sake. We got 5 units doing all the work and they're not going to make it much longer. And look now, Ancient Squad's got it. We got March. At last. Send the unit up, Phil. Heal up. He can go into this road here and pillage. Excellent. Now, he's almost got full health as well. You know, he'll take some damage from Idern, but it won't be too bad. And now we're going to do something really cheeky. Gonna get targeting 3. Moving around here. I was hoping I could blast him, not take him out completely, and then use my private ear to take him out, but I can't, because he's just too powerful. I could do much the like. It's tragic, yes. It is what it is, though, isn't it? Right, do we go for hospital or factory? I think hospital, because I want to keep Marrakesh growing. Yes, please. Grow, lad. And we are going to move on to... There are no land units to speak of for our Great War bombers. We actually have to start bombing cities. 54 damage, and he did 17. 14 damage, and he lost 55. 56 damage. This is disgusting. I didn't think Istanbul would have such prospects to be able to withstand those attacks and not actually take any damage really at all. Jesus Christ. I should keep a tally how many times I say Jesus Christ. Take the Lord's name in vain. Which Lord? The Christian Lord, of course. Jesus H. Christ. The man, the myth, the legend. But there are many gods and many religions to swear upon. But unfortunately, I come from the culture where we just talk about the Christian God. No, I'm not taking your furs, lad. I'm not taking your furs for peace. You got to give me way more than that. You have to be willing to give me a capital to make peace. And we all know you're not going to do that, lad, are you? This guy is taking an absolute walloping, and he's just withstanding it, taking measly amounts of damage. However, Idern really does crank out a lot of damage there. 40 damage. And this range unit, he's got double cover. How can he dish out so much damage? That was nasty. That was absolute criminal. But he did it. He's not dead. He feels fine. And so now we've pillaged the citadel and we can exact righteous justice. Because we got so much oil too. Have I mentioned how much oil we got? We can just get lots of armour and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of battleships. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Because those battleships are going to absolutely plunder everything. And we finally built another one. Look at that. We're going to give him bombardment. An extra rate. Oh, actually, no, because he's already got the extra range. I'm going to give him bombardment 3. Because he's already out of range by being a badass. Oh, he's going to get shot now, isn't he? Right, pull out. It's fine. How much damage could he possibly do? 11 turns for a battleship. Why is this city so tragic? Alright, I'm going to put him on default focus. Going to put him on forward focus for now. Vancouver has got modern infantry. It took me way too long to click close there. That was really annoying. And I think with Rabat, I might actually start reforestation. Which reforestation's good for having a defensive perimeter. And also because it gives extra production. Because at the moment, we got the Casbahs, which aren't too bad. But we've got such an high population that the reforestation just transfers a little bit of excess food to a lot more production, essentially. Because the population, of course, as the game progresses, does become a problem, so reforestation really helps out that. And that, of course, is a mod thing with fertilizer. You can plant trees. Reforestation. It's an excellent mod. I highly recommend it. In the early game, you need the trees to make your wonders and, you know, critical units like settlers. And then you can reforest in the late game. Because usually a capital is just farms for days. And so it's really tall, but doesn't actually have any production at all. Right. Let's bomb him. 25 damage, that's good. And now we are finally building our citadel on the hill. And then he can just hold down and defend. That's not good damage. It's better than now, but my god, it's gonna take forever to take him out. Like I said, Inquisit Marrakesh, finally make it a well and true Moroccism city. Beautiful. Finally the holy city for Moroccism is actually an holy city. Repair, repair, repair. Our navy is growing ever so slowly. And we actually do have 3 trade units that we could be using right now. And so I might actually get some naval ships and just send production to Nottingham and Cheese. Once, of course, Vancouver decides to stop being upset with us. How long's that going to take? Beats me to know. The bastards can't ever stop being unhappy with us. Oh, that sounded way more aggressive than it was. Not my words, but the blast of the artillery. It will be... Oh, Jesus. No. No, don't do this. Oh, thank Christ for that. So, I was like thinking, oh, 3 melee units, he might not actually survive this. But no, they just wanted to damage themselves. Like, there's 3 units that have just given themselves 30 damage for no reason whatsoever. And now we have to wait for eternity for these planes to fly over, drop at bombs a few times, fly back. Like, there's another mod, right, that can speed up the process, but even with the mod, it feels like an eternity to send the air units to bomb. And when you got 20 stacked up, oh, it takes forever. It's so slow. Tell this something, though, this culture, I've been saying it every turn, but at 142, we're getting a cultural policy every 15 to 20 turns. It's juicy, and I don't say that very often, do I? Right, let's bomb the crap out of these. We're really bombing the crap out of these land units. It's so nice. Actually, 10 damage, that went out. It's fine, keep shooting up Ankara. I do need to keep one city alive, and hopefully it's going to be Graz. Grazie for that, because, you know, I want to take all these cities. Oh, actually, no, they got Konya and Samsung in the shittest part of the map. You know, they got snow and ice to eat. So I was worried for a second that, you know, I wouldn't be able to wipe him off the face of the earth, because I don't want to do that, you know. I don't want to do it. It's not in my wheelhouse. And now I can blast him. Oh, he's not dead. Blast him. Now he's dead. It's not in my wheelhouse to wipe civilizations off the face of the earth unless it's Venice, because I can't stand Venice. Not because I don't like them, you know, as a civilization or even a region of Earth, although I've been to Venice before, and let me tell you, not a fan. Soz. Not a fan of Venice. But my point stands the fact that the problem is that when they get the city-states, with the Great Merchant of Venice, it eats the civilized... Oh, God, I keep saying it. It eats the city-state, right? Oh, Antwerp, yeah, I don't care. You'll pay for this. Well, actually, no, I don't want him to declare war on me, so maybe I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, my point is, right, so when Venice uses a Great Merchant to get a city-state, it eats the city-state. If you capture that city-state after the fact, you cannot liberate it and make it a city-state again. It is Venice's forever, through and through. And it makes me sad. It makes me sad. You know, if I'm not careful, Ankara is going to be captured by Persia here. So maybe I want to be capturing that before they do. But yeah, like Venice, it takes city-states out of the game, and when you want a diplomatic victory, or you just want the benefits from being allies with the city-state, you can't do it because it's been eaten by a menace of a civilization. And so I always try and take them out. Like, keep them out of the game for good, because I just can't be doing with that. I don't trust that you're going to survive an attack, mate, so I'm going to heal up my Great War Bomber. It's actually not that great. You can call him a mediocre War Bomber, he don't do that much. Oh, he can't reach it. Damn. You've got +1 range, you can reach it. Look at that! That's so good. He's going to pay me dividends as friggin' modern. Right, pop him on top of Phil. Let's see if we can capture it before they do. He probably could have actually gone in and done some damage, but I've now blocked him. Not that I want that to happen, because let's be fair for a second. If we do too much damage, then Persia's definitely going to take it. So now we're going to go for Istanbul, the creme de la creme. I can get my workers to actually build a road. Yeah, move him out of the way. Get my workers to build a road to Istanbul quick like, so I can send the units through to the front line even faster. And everyone's getting an ideology, if you haven't noticed. Which is good, I guess. Oh. I can't actually give him anything, can I? You know, we do want those ideologies to come through so that we can get that extra pressure from the ideologies. Because that's what we want, isn't it? And Darius has completed the Manhatten Project. Which, again, is calls for even greater concern. Because we don't want to be blown out of existence in Civilization 5 with nuclear weapons, do we? And it looks like that is a very real possibility. And I don't want that to happen, because it kind of makes it all for naught. You know, you spend 390 turns constructing a fantastic civilization, only for it to be blown to smithereens in the space of 1 turn. But that is the power of a weapon of mass destruction, of a nuclear warhead. That's totally possible. We just have to hope that we can maybe vote for non-nuclear proliferation, or, you know, actually catch up the science game. But it's not happening. We've been stealing technologies, but we have no science ourselves. Anyway, back to the main action. Don't you just love this absolutely glorious image of Sagrada Familia? Because you've got the cranes. I mean, can you really imagine Sagrada Familia without the cranes around it? Well, let me have a look to see on Wikipedia if... And I'm looking on my phone here so that you don't get torn away from the action. But Wikipedia might actually say if Sagrada Familia has actually finally been built and it's not been, like, I don't have the cranes around it anymore. I mean, it took them so long. It was consecrated in 2010 by Pope Benedict the 16th. Oh no, it's still under construction. It was ground broke in 1882, 144 years ago, and apparently it's expected to be completed in 2034. However, you know what's funny is that it was meant to be complete in 2020, but then COVID happened. But why are they stuck another 14 years on top? So the cranes stand, lads and lasses. The cranes are still a part of Sagrada Familia because they're still building the bloody church. Cathedral, whatever. But as I say, like always, we have to do a readout because it's a mod wonder. Beauty is the splendor of truth, and since art is beauty, there is no art without truth. Gordy. And of course, Sagrada Familia, the actual benefit that we get from this is +1 happiness from all religious buildings, every single one, and provides a free cathedral in the city of which it was built. And I'm looking at my happiness, and it actually hasn't gone up that much. I mean, 40 happiness is a very healthy amount of happiness, to be told. If we start building shrines in the city and temples, then we're going to have a lot more happiness to speak of, as you can see. But that's not my primary focus right now. I can't deny that. Got some artillery. We'll call you Modern RE1. And give you accuracy, accuracy, accuracy. Because then you'll get to do double attacks after that. And that is going to wreak havoc. But let's wreak havoc on Ankara and retake the city that... I mean, you know, when you think about it, in a civilization, if you hold the city for long enough that was built by another civilization, then surely, technically, it's yours. You know? Like, one civilization builds a city, and then another civilization takes it by force and holds it for a couple 100 years or 1,000 years. Who does the city belong to? Like, I'm genuinely asking. Like, I actually don't know. This is a pontifical point that I'm trying to make, is that, you know, historically, this is what happens over and over again, is that cities are built by one group of people, one cultural civilization, and then it's captured and taken by another, and then they continue to build upon it. And so it's a mismatch, an hodgepodge of different civilizations' construction towards the city. Who does it belong to? Or who is it rightfully is? In this game, whichever civilization built the city is a civilization that has entitlement to that city, so you can liberate it for the original constructor. But let's say Tenochtitlan has been held by Persia for 300 years. Like, is that an illegal fact? Is that illegally held? Not illegally, but is it just the fact that, is it Persia's city now? I mean, you count the warmonger penalty if you take the city for your own, but if you liberate it for the original holders, then hey, it's a benefit. It's a diplomatic bonus. I am really waffling on. My point is that I don't know the answer to this question. We've held Ankara for a while at the time. We contributed a lot to it, but it's not ours to have. And so when we take it, we don't get any liberation bonus because we didn't build it. But it's ours now. Cheers. You have pillaged 201 coins and 1 cultural great work from the city of Ankara! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. That is a little excessive. What would you like to do with this city? Let's have a look at the city. They have got bank, market, public school, stock exchange, university, windmill, aqueduct, circus, coliseum, forge, garden, granary, hydro plant, library, stone, works in a watermill. Right, I'm gonna create a puppet, wait for it, wait for the resistance to, you know, ride out. We got 1,000 coins, but we're in a deficit, so we can't actually be doing that. And look at this. This border is beautiful. We got more citadels against Istanbul. That's mighty fine. But you know what's not fine is the amount of units that Persia has. It seems they're a little bit unstoppable right now. And it's up to me to actually stop them. Sagrada Familia, as it's been constructed, we have probably like an extra layover of construction, which is why we've got these constructions here taken out at all. That's nice. We're gonna get Hydroelectric Power Company is another mod wonder, which gives you quote-unquote electricity for all your cities. They give electric power, which increases happiness, science, gold, and production in the city. It doesn't say how much by, but it's a pretty good wonder to have. So maybe I might actually just do that one next in London. Ankara doesn't have any wonders, does it? No, it doesn't. Not to worry though, because I know Istanbul does. Blast him. Blast him again. Blast him for the final time. He goes down. The Great War Bombers are pretty much healed up, apart from this one, because he doesn't have repair. Oh, he does have repair. What am I talking about? Repair. Not just any old repair, but repair. And Graz falls to the Arabians. So once more, we're continuing to creep forwards. It seems like at the end of all this, it's going to be down to Arabia versus Persia versus me. And I mean, they're both friendly with me, so it's going to be a challenge to actually go for that. Cristo Redentor has been built in a faraway land. I wonder where. But they're so far ahead, there's not much I can do about that neither. Persia's encroaching in. We've hit a golden age, and a great person's been born. A lot's happening simultaneously per turn now. Let's build a great work. Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec. Ball at the Moulin Rouge. I bet that's wonderful. And now we have even more bombardment. So good. Let's keep it up with Istanbul. Shoot it. Just shoot it. Just unload. Fire at will. All your rounds into Istanbul. I got to get my units closer as well. I really don't want the Persians to take it. It's a city I'd prefer to keep, or to have for myself. Not keep, because I haven't actually taken it yet. But it's a city I would like to have. I think I'm moving my modernity in the way of fire, because I don't think that they're going to be it. I think that Istanbul is going to focus on the melee units in front of them, because they're the ones that actually can take the city. And we can heal up our men while we wait. Oh, I mean, you know, it's interesting though, the fact that Persia, even Persia, doesn't have modern infantry, or as they just call it, regular infantry in the game. Which is good for me, because it means that, like, we basically can not have to worry about them being technologically advanced too much compared to us. Well, that didn't work, did it? What the hell are you doing? Where are you going? We don't have to worry about them having melee units that are too technologically advanced compared to us. Oh, that's good. Because they got plenty. Although they've mostly just got cannons. Just cannons. They don't even have artillery. So Persia has clearly invested a lot for most of the game into economical bonuses and advantages, and not much into military until they've gotten so big that they've finally said, alright, well, I guess we should maybe go for upgrading our military and building military units and what have you. But they don't have the science to back it up. Well, they have the science to back it up, but they're just not investing as much into it. Right, railroads completed. So now he's going to start building railroads. And I don't want to do that because I just want to get the central terminal, which gives us railroad on every single road, which is just so handy. But Neuschwanstein is constructible because we have the mountains here, and I think with London that's definitely what we'll get as soon as we finish the Hydroelectronic Company plant. Whatever it's called. If I throw out enough words, I'll get it right. And now what technology do we go for? Plastics. We want infantry proper. And then we can get the research labs as well, and hopefully get our science back on track. Oh, embargo Arabia, why not? I mean, you know, we'll piss him off. He'll declare war on us. And then that's one more target to be dealt with. That being said, do we want Arabia to declare war on us when Persia might also do the same? Probably not. Probably not. Not that we have much to worry about, considering the fact that all attention's on the Ottomans. But as soon as the Ottomans go, does that mean that we'll just live in peace and harmony? Or does it mean that the next target will be upon us? And the next target might be me. And if the next target's me, then I've got no scapegoat, do I? I have to deal with the consequences of my actions. I've got an infantry in there because I don't have enough units to actually station in all of the cities to give the bonus of +1 happiness and +2 culture. Because I'm still harping on about that. Because I went down the honour tree and I want to make the most of it. I don't want to make me feel like I did a bad investment. It happens though. You can make a bad investment in the campaign and you can pay for it for millennia to come. Based on how many years this civilization game goes through, between like 4000 BC and 2050 AD. Can you go away, please? Oh, Darius has completed Teti Marie. So much for me completing it. I'd love to get that +1 happiness per Carthouse, but it's not the priority. It's not the #1 focus, and I'm not going to be having it. Look at all this. Something tells me there's not going to be enough space for me to actually put any units into melee take Istanbul. Oh, and actually the international games has passed, which means that I actually have to start doing production towards it. Oh, Persia's going to get it, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. I've got no production at all. Right, we're going for rationalism. We need as much science as we can get. And I think, like all things considered, I might be better off actually doing the manual specialist thing again like I did last time. Because you get +2 science for every single one of these. And it just creeps up and creeps up. And now we're at 362 science. And it's still a pretty reasonable city. It's got good production, it's got good food growth. 9 turns until they get another citizen. It's not bad at all. We'll build the Great War Bomber, we'll build the hospital, we'll probably build the battleship, and then we'll all focus on international games. Actually too, whilst I'm at it, I'm gonna purchase some ships to trade production with. Although Vancouver still won't be at peace with us, but hopefully by the time we finish with that, they will be. I think I'll only purchase one for now. Yeah, we need to just keep sending resources internal to really grow our cities as much as we can. Let's see if we can get one more free privateer. Damn! That sucks. 25 damage. That doesn't suck. Right, I'm not going to do any damage on Istanbul because I want Persia to receive damage as they try and give damage in their campaign. So I think I might keep it to somewhere else. I need to give sightline for Edirne so I can bomb it. Oh god, that was bad. So much damage. Still so much damage, but 31 damage given back at least. Yeah, I'll put them back in my friendly territory. Oh, I should have used that to attack Edirne. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It will get this city eventually. I'll wait for next turn to do it. Yeah. Yeah, Vancouver, you're not getting Nottingham and cheese. It's just not happening. Like, oh, you're joking. You had your one shot and you blew it. Alright, this is good. They've slaughtered that lad. And as long as Persia doesn't move any units into that adjacent empty spot, I'll be able to move at least one melee unit in there, wait until the red barred, and just walk in. Ooh, that is close there. Why are they sending individual, like, one privateer at a time to try and take, well, do anything, really? I don't see the appeal. This is not looking as promising. They're doing tons of damage. Although they usually use their melee units to attack last. So unless he takes it right now. He has not. Right, we have a shot. We actually... No! Move your cannon! What were I saying? No, we don't have a shot because there's people in the way. And now everyone's declared war on Byblos. Probably because Byblos is an ally with Istanbul. Oh, I guess we'll just go for Edirne. I want Istanbul. No, this has annoyed me. I want my Istanbul. I want it. Right, for now, we're going to focus on getting this sorted. Still not another privateer. I want my privateers. Give me my privateers. Give him supply. Right, so we got eyeballs on this. So we're just going to shoot Edirne to buggery. As much as we can. Anyone who's in range, I'll shoot it. He can't. Oh, Istanbul's going to fall next turn. Istanbul's going to fall. I know what I said. Right, Edirne's taking it, though. And we got... Oh, I forgot about my Great Admiral. Maybe I should actually send him into the front line. Any more for any more? Yeah, I'll get that grassland there. Not too much we can do more of. Oh, 25 coins for Mosen Carney. Why can I not send anything to Bursa, though? Do I neither have a granary nor a workshop? Oh, you've got to be joking. Alright, I'll send some food. Look at that, that's way better. 11 food to Bursa. And I'll go for 5 per turn to 2 for growth in Bursa. So delicious. And Ankara could use a big up. Actually, I'll send it to Marrakesh. You know what? Keep Marrakesh on the up and up. And maybe I can just annex Bursa as well. That being said, it's not producing anything to society, but when it starts to grow, then maybe it'll actually grow, you know, contribute something. Science. Or some such the like. Yes, come on, take out all the melee units. No, there's more melee units to take out. You still got one left you haven't got. Okay, good. Come on. Shit. After these 4 cannons. Yep. Yep, they're gone. Damn! I wanted Istanbul! Yeah, there it goes. 13. That was a massive loss right there. If I just instantaneously declared war on Persia now, I could take it easy. But at what cost? At the cost of being nuked out of existence. We'd only be at war for like 10 turns, and it doesn't seem like they have any nukes yet. So we could do that. I mean, we'd set the stage for starting to be, you know, not so friendly with them. But we'll take the city. They may not declare peace on us, though. Would that be a play? Am I going to have to declare war on Persia just to take Istanbul and all those juicy, juicy wonders? I think I might. But that's actually going to have to wait until next turn, isn't it? And next episode, because we are at time. Thank you so much for joining me once again. And let's see what happens next round. I've been your northern lad, and put one in tall and way out, would you? Ta muchly.